What's up, YouTube? It's your boy coming back to another video on this channel. As always, I'm the Rhino. The bat isn't here, obviously, but I wanted to record a video quickly on tomorrow's UFC fight. Let me share the screen. Give me a minute here. There it is. Here. All right. As usual, we're gonna just, or I'm just gonna do the main card. Starting with at the middleweight, a boss, Whew, Magomedov, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, versus Joe Fizer. I think that's also how you pronounce his name. I'm gonna go with the boss just because that Dagestani blood, dude. They're all fucking crazy and they all will kill you. So I'm gonna go with a boss. Next up at featherweight is Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Zile. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Well, they're basically like Josh Emmett, just for the record, is ranked number eight in the world, or eight on this in the featherweight division. Yusuf is ranked number nine. Let me see here. According to UFC.com, it is wow. They're pretty similar records. Where Josh Emmett is has 19 wins, 5 losses. Yusuf has 17, 5-1. Both roughly the same height. Actually, I take that back. Yusuf is about 4 inches taller at 5'10". Has a 2 inch reach at 72 inches. Leg reach is 39, which is a half an inch less than Josh. I don't know. This could be a good one, but I've seen nothing against Yusuf, but I've seen Josh Emmett fight, and I'm gonna go with him just because of his fighting style. I, if I'm wrong, I would apologize. Next up is at light heavy. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. Yuri Prohaska versus the number four ranked Khalil Roundtree. Khalil Roundtree did fight for or I take that back. Both of them fought for the light heavyweight championship. But I think they both fought what's it called? Alex Pereira for the light heavyweight strap. But yeah, they ended up taking the L on both taking the L on that. Usually he's about 2 inches taller, 6'3". I didn't realize he was that tall. I didn't realize both of them were six over 6 feet. I thought they were like 5'10" or something. Damn. Um, both coming off of wins. I'm gonna go with Yuri Prohaska because he has a better record comparatively to Khalil, and Yuri does have a 3.5 inch reach over Khalil Roundtree. And a 1 inch leg. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Yuri Prohaska on this one. Well, I think this will be a good fight, personally. Now we go into the co-main and main event. This is where things get very interesting. Um, because at the co-main, you got the championship Marab versus Corey Sandhagen. I don't know. Marab is kind of deadly compared like what happened. Excuse me, what happened with him and was it Usman? Or not Usman. One of the Margaret family. I forgot his name. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Marab. I'm I'm gonna put money on the champion if I was a betting man. At I don't know. No, that's wrong though. I don't know. We'll see. And then moving on to the main event, we have Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. This is another. I think I have a feeling this is gonna be just another slugfest. Fifth round, like end of the fifth round, judge's decision kind of thing. But if I was a betting man, I would go with the champion, which is Magomed Ankalaev. Um, Nothing against any of these fighters, but just like after I just go with the champion. That's just me thing. But yeah, I that's gonna be a good fight. Oh God. And then moving on to NFL, which is Sunday. I was You can go make fun of me in the comments below, but I was supposed to make a video on Wednesday ahead of the Niners Rams game. but I was so exhausted I felt just ended up falling asleep. But anyways, the Niners Rams game was a good freaking game, dude. Niners came out with a 3-point win in overtime. I'm just like, damn, that was close. They both fought 2-0 for that. But moving on to Sunday's games, you got the Vikes versus the Browns. I hate the Browns, so I'm gonna go with the Vikes. Uh, that's whoa, it was at 6:30 in the morning. That is early. Right, and then you got the Houston Texans had in Baltimore. I don't like the Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Houston Texans on that one. Just in case you're wondering, I am a Steeler fan. Moving on, we got Carolina hosting the Miami Dolphins. They're both sucky this year. But with that being said, I'm gonna go with Carolina, the home team. Um, After that, you got the Raiders at the Indianapolis Colts. I'm gonna go with the Colts because they have the better record compared to the Raiders, but they could win. The Raiders could win. Um, After that, you got the New York Giants and not St. Louis, in New Orleans. Wow, both these teams suck. Saints are winless. Giants got one win. I'm gonna go with Giants on this one. Damn, got the Cowboys at the Jets. Jets are also winless. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. We'll see how that turns out. After that, you got the Eagles hosting the Broncos. Eagles, hands down, mainly because they're a bunch of killers, dude. Just saying. Um, After that, you got the Cards hosting the Titans. I'm gonna go with the Cards on that one because they got the better record, and the Titans are currently winless as well. There's a lot of winless teams. Uh, and then you got the Bucks going to Seattle. I think this will be a good game because both teams are good. They're both 3-1. We'll see. I think I'm gonna go with the Bucks on that one. And then after that, you got the 2-2 Bengals hosting the Lions. I don't like the Bengals, so I'm gonna go with the Lions. And then heading into the afternoon games, or towards the end of the afternoon games, you got the Chargers hosting the Commanders. I'm gonna go with the Chargers because they got the better record. And finally, to close out Sunday night, you got the Bills at home against the New England Patriots. I'm gonna go with the Bills because they're undefeated so far. And then on Monday night, you got KC Chiefs heading down to Jacksonville. Jacksonville's 3-1? Really? Wow, I did not know that. Oh, I respect both teams, but I would like to see the Jags win personally, mainly because the Jags and like a few other teams like the Lions, the Texans, they're kind of like the underdog teams of the NFL. So I feel like I want them to win just because of that. And then the teams on bye are the Falcons, the Bears, the Packers, and my Steelers. Um, yeah, so it's going to be a fun weekend because you got the two championship belts happening tomorrow on the 4th, and you got a bunch of NFL games and college football games that are happening. But overall, pretty cool. All right, guys, that's it for today. As always, have a good one. See you in the next episode. Peace.